The WSL season is flying by. We're already into match week 18. There have been so many stories to take in so far, and it looks like there are plenty more to come in the weeks that remain, not least during the course of this round. So, let's get started. There aren't many sides who can stop Manchester City in their tracks, but Aston Villa managed it last time out in the WSL, holding them to a 0-0 draw. A response was required from the table toppers this time round. Tottenham's generally impressive campaign has thrown up some odd scorelines along the way, so anything was possible at the Joy Stadium.
Nice layoff. Advantage will be played there. Lauren Hemp. Too far for sure, but Kasparai is closing in. Six assists this season for Kirsten Kasparai. Alex Greenwood has been on corner duty for years. And that's a great delivery in there. Clark nearly scored, but guess who did? Again, Bunny Shaw, this league's hot shot. And the nemesis of Tottenham Hotspur. That didn't take long. Inside 8 minutes, the champions elect in front. And for the 13th time against Spurs, it is Bunny Shaw.
And she was so awake in this moment. She was standing on her toes. Oh, that actually looks almost offside. Is she intercepting with the goalkeeper? Not so sure, but good finish from Bunny Shaw. She reads the game well. She knows where the ball is coming back down, and then just a nice little shot. Nice goal.
That is a lovely ball from Drew Spence over the top. Big chance here for one each. Big moment, and she's taken it. First chance of the game for Spurs, and it's been buried. And after that completely dominant start, City just put in check. Well taken, Olivia Holt.
What a beautiful timed pass, but also from Olivia Holt attacking the depths, having the deep runs. Here you see Drew Spence, there's no pressure on the ball, and that's exactly the moment where the City defenders should drop a little bit earlier. Rebecca Knark, she is not the fastest. At first I thought the first touch from Olivia wasn't the best, but she's there, she's using her body right, and that's exactly what you have to do. You won't get a lot of chances against City, but here she's doing with all her calmness on the ball, and this passing and this technique, really great finish.
She got the late consolation, if you can call that, at home to Manchester City earlier this season, the 5-1. Here's Kasparai. This was never likely to be 0-0. Never. Kasparai getting on with it, straight into Shaw. City doing tons of attacking. Tottenham set up like any good away team, really. Another Greenwood corner. Deeper this time. Just like that, she's done it again. How dare you equalise? 2 for Shaw, 2 for City. It's 2-1 already.
Oh, and what a beauty of a goal. I mean, but if you have those two top players, Alex Greenwood with the perfect deliveries, and then Bunny Shaw, she plays with her heart, but she is good in the timing, and it's so hard to get up against her. You have 2 or 3 Spurs players actually trying to get up there. Just a little touch on her defender, no foul whatsoever, and good timing, getting into the ball, and just beautiful to see. She makes it look easy, but I tell you, it's not.
Manchester City have lost 3 games all season in all competitions. Twice to Chelsea in League and League Cup, and then at Arsenal. Caroline. Not again! You are kidding me! Bunny Shaw hat-trick in 20 minutes!
You asked for it! You asked for the hat-trick!
Well, even by her standards, that is rapid fire. She's up to 20 goals for the season already. 18 in the league, and 3 of them here in the first half of the first half. And Tottenham are in big trouble, Harry.
Absolutely, but I mean, look at all this time that Caroline has. I know it's in the box, you don't want to be too actively, but you can't just wait there. That is really not good defending. You have to be closer. There's just get a foot onto the ball, and then the timing yet again. Bonichot, she smells where the ball might be coming. Ah, what a beautiful finish again. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. The hat trick is there.
Ball in towards Shaw again, good strength and hold up. And also some good defending. Quickly coming back at them though. Hemp, Greenwood outsider, queuing up in the middle. Look how many pale blue shirts are in there. Lauren Hemp into the crowd, Caroline into the net, 4-1.
Wow, wow, wow. But I tell you what, if we would have placed cones into that box, they would be defending the same as Spurs is doing as of right now. Once again, so passively, they're just running with their players. They're not man-marking good enough. They're not closer to the players. And it's beautiful to see what City is playing out of it, but this is just not good enough defending for this league. Unbelievable.
Well, they are missing a few, and I'm afraid it's showing here. But Shaw's hold-up play began it. It looked like Spurs had won it back here, but no. And we're calling for a handball there. But even so, this needed defending better. Just look how many bodies they've got forward here. Desperate to get into that dressing room. Dare I say, it might even be desperate to get back on the bus. Kasparai on the run here, in behind Vinberg. And that's a really good cross. Bunny Shaw nearly had another header, but it doesn't matter because it's got in anyway. Viv Miedemar, who barely even celebrates. And as we approach half-time, it is already the scoreline when last these two met. Manchester City 5, Tottenham 1. This is an absolute thrashing.
Absolutely. I wonder why she's not celebrating. I don't know if they both got a little knock on there, but beautiful, beautiful timing with the cross again. And yeah, I mean, Bonichot tries to get to the ball. Looks like as if the defender got deflected. Ah, that's why.
That's not going to be Miedemar's, is it? That's going to go down as a nil and own goal. Yeah, that is why. As Vinberg helps it on surely here. And they do have one, and they absolutely deserve that. In a weird way, Tottenham Hotspur have created just as much as Manchester City today, especially in this second half. And their captain has got one back late. 5-2. Bethany England wasn't going to miss that.
I think she has been so much more active in the second half and deserved to get that goal down.
The final whistle goes. One step closer. Andre Yeglets and co. Totally in charge within 20 minutes, thanks to a 13-minute record hat-trick from Bunny Shaw. 5-2, the final score at the Joy Stadium.
We are a strong team. We were struggling last weekend, but just showing something about the group that we're able to turn around and have this performance on our home stadium. Yeah, that's amazing.
The players responded really well. They were aggressive, they were front-footed, they knew they had to fight second half to gain some credibility in the game. And we did, but we can't have first halves like we did.
With 5 wins in their last 6 league games, Arsenal have a real spring in their step at the moment and are the side to avoid in the WSL. René Slager's team have 2 games in hand on each of the sides above them and will fancy their chances of European qualification as a result. West Ham United were the latest side to try their luck against the Gunners in a match that brought together the division's best defence and second worst attack.
Another reason why you have a large squad, right? It's the teams like West Ham that will really suffer with their big players missing.
Ball's delivered in towards Blackstenius, and that will trickle in at the far post. Well, immediately, Stina Blackstenius runs to appreciate the quality of the ball in. Rita Garino will be left wondering just how her team have allowed Arsenal to take the lead inside the opening 4 minutes here at Emirates Stadium.
Oh, it's really disappointing here for West Ham. Chloe Kelly just able to get that ball in, and Blackstenius just drifting between the West Ham centre halves is exactly where you want your 9 to be.
Smith, Russo shifts away from her marker, stinging the palm to Shemmick. It will come for Smith and surely for Kelly. Well, West Ham continues to live dangerously.
You just cannot allow Russo this kind of space. King has done well, and Kelly should really be claiming another goal for Arsenal.
One back by Kelly. She finds Blackstenius again. Caldente, few touches from her for Chloe Kelly to set one up again. And Caldente! Leaning back, couldn't keep the strike down.
Really opening up for Arsenal. Caldente, lovely play from her. A lot of players would have shot that straight away, but then she'd be disappointed with this.
One back by Caldente, who's on the move here. And has played a brilliant early pass for Stina Blackstenius. Shemmick responds. Blackstenius denied a second this afternoon.
Good save from Shemmick Kinga. But this is exactly what Arsenal will do. They'll just open up to 2 passes and it's a shot on goal.
Smith up against Balumu. Fancies her chances, she'll get round as well. And it's off the crossbar from Blackstenius, who could and perhaps should have had a hat-trick inside the opening half hour here.
Absolutely, Max, and you could see hands on the head. Should have been rattling the net.
Off goes Holmberg. The Gunners looking to start this second half just as they did the first. And Alessia Russo doubles Arsenal's lead just after the interval. And that will surely take the game away from West Ham United.
What a ball in from Smila Holmberg. And she's been doing that all game. Gets in really good positions, or difficult positions as it is in this case, right down. Lovely ball. She has a little look up. What a great ball that is. And Alessia Russo says, thank you very much.
It's Olivia Smith! Goodness me! Well, that would have led to an eruption of noise inside the Emirates. Bumped on by Hansen, that one straight into the path of Caldente. What a clever ball that was. And now Chloe Kelly! Oh, that's sensational! Well, she started off the scoring as the architects of Arsenal's opener. And she's now made sure of the 3 points with their third. An unstoppable strike from a player who is getting back to her best.
Unbelievable goal here. It's a great ball from Mariona into Blackstenius. But look at that strike from Chloe Kelly.
Martinez can tease that one in. It's away by Holmberg. And picked up by Kelly. And look at the space in behind for Stina Blackstenius, who held her run. Blackstenius in there for 4. An excellent recovery challenge. Even Eastrom made up a lot of ground there. And is feeling the effects of it.
What a recovery from Nystrom.
There is Pelova, spotting Fox on the move. Vanderler tracking a long way back. It was intercepted by Balumu. Now Siren. Oh, Hansen has taken a risk. It's Chloe Kelly! And it is four! And Chloe Kelly is at the double. It is a carnival atmosphere here in North London.
West Ham trying to play their way out, and it's a really poor decision by Hansen. And Chloe Kelly will say thank you very much. An absolute gift for them.
Mead out for Homburg. Arsenal committing players forwards. Here's Fox. Mead for Homburg. And now Beth Mead! It is 5! And that was so beautifully worked down Arsenal's right-hand side. And their hunt for European football continues at great pace too.
Absolutely brilliant team goal. Originally, Beth Mead is the one that drops down a lovely ball out wide. But it's that combination play out there between those three players, Emily Fox, Holmgard, and then Beth Mead. And this finish is absolutely wonderful, and it's what she does best. Coming in from the right, really pick that far corner out with her left foot. Brilliant, brilliant team goal from Arsenal.
Well, how's that for a statement from Arsenal? An emphatic 5 goals for a Gunners side who are returning to their very best at the perfect time of this season.
I think we played well today. If you look at the team from start to finish, players playing in different roles, partnerships change constantly on the pitch, but we keep playing our...
Welcome back to our roundup of match day 18 in the WSL. We enjoy the ups and downs from the latest top flight weekend. To the northwest now, it's been a hugely frustrating week for Manchester United and Mark Skinner. Defeat in the League Cup final against Chelsea was followed up by a goalless league stalemate against struggling West Ham, which saw the Red Devils slip to third in the table. In their way this weekend, a resurgent Everton, who have won each of their last 4 league games, but haven't taken a point off United for 3 years.
It's a good pass to find Lundqvist in some space. She tries to send it in early. Probably the wrong decision. She had not many targets up there, and it was a difficult pass for her to try and make. United back in possession though, Ziggy Otiolma. Here's Awujo. Now Park. Park's cross. And Turlin finishes it at the second attempt. And Manchester United break the deadlock. Her first effort was blocked, but it came back to the feet of Elizabeth Turlin. She ends her 4-game run without a goal. And United have their noses in front.
Fantastic finish here. It's all about the cross. Coming in for Jess Park. She's got far too much time and space really to pick out her cross. And Turlin has had chances in this game before this and squandered them, but on this time she makes no mistake as the ball comes in. She gets to that second ball. I think it's Mace who kind of dives in and she pounces on it. You can see here she wins it. She's first to the ball. Yeah, and she leaves Brosnan with no chance in Everton's goal.
United can run it clear with Jess Park this time on the left-hand side.
The referee has indicated a minimum
Still Park.
of 3 minutes.
Excellent run, Jess Park. Now Awujo. Mallard. Minimum of 3 minutes to be played at the end of the first 45. Lundqvist. It's a dangerous cross in, but Brosnan with an excellent claim above her own defender, and that's a painful landing as she clashed with Ruby Mace. Okay to continue, and she restarts play. Courtney Brosnan. Turner with the header. It's flicked on, and Mellor trying to get into a shooting position. Mellor! Stung the hands of Brosnan. Back well by Zigiotti Olmet. Ball is worked into Norson, and she just couldn't get a clean shot away. Worked down the line, and Lawley is onto it. Gargo in support. Lawley's cross, and it's headed in by Gabaro! The substitutes linking up, and Gabaro arriving in the penalty area to head past Valentulis Joyce.
Melissa Lawley, who does fantastically well to get the cross in, finds Gabaro with a headed pinpoint goal to beat Valentulis Joyce at the back post.
Can they put quality delivery in for this corner? It's sent under the bar. Brosnan tried to punch it, but it's in from Melvin Mellor. And Manchester United are back in front and are heading for 3 crucial points.
The ball comes in from Fridolina Rolfo in swinger. All that confusion in and around the bodies. It's Melvin Mellor that rises first.
Mace. Can Everton create one last chance? United defending desperately, and this time that is the full-time whistle. Manchester United getting a vital late win. It's a relieved Mark Skinner. Melvin Mellor heading in from a corner. It's 4 games in out for Everton, and Manchester United continue their impressive run against the Toffees. Now 14 games unbeaten.
To dominate the game, really, they dominated the game, to then get pulled back into the game and then to go and win it at the end, I think shows there aren't many teams that can do that. I'm really proud of everybody tonight, all their energy, commitment, and little bits of quality. We could have took the game a little bit more comfortable.
The action that we showed in the second half gave us a little bit of hope that something might be coming. The impact again from the players from the sides was really, really good, and that's what we've asked for. And again, they've delivered in terms of a goal from Imma, but despite the goal, the energy that they showed just allowed us to creep back into the game with a little bit more momentum.
Brighton's form, and as a result their season, have been on the slide for a while. 5 defeats from 6 league games have seen them slump down the standings as the goals have dried up. By contrast, Liverpool's recent upturn in form has reignited their campaign, and victory over fellow strugglers Leicester City last time out will have topped up the confidence levels ahead of their trip to the south coast.
Coincidentally, Brighton men actually played at home to Liverpool yesterday, beating them by 2-1. Always neat when the men's and women's fixtures combine. As beautiful ball forward for Rosa Kafaji. Got a poke on it, but couldn't guide it either way of the Liverpool goalkeeper.
It was a clever little chip over, wasn't it? And no offside flag.
Brighton work it out to the right-hand side. Here's Frank Kirby, takes it in a stride into the penalty area, went for the square ball instead of the strike. And Liverpool will get it clear. Best chance of the game so far.
Oh, what's a let-off. And she started the game really brightly. Frank Kirby. Liverpool almost her favourite team statistically to play against. I think she's had 11 goal involvements over the years. All of them have come with Chelsea. Brilliant switch It's a clear 2v2. You can understand why she's trying to slide it across, but the pass just isn't quite right. It's behind her teammate. She'll be so frustrated that actually she didn't pull the trigger herself, Kirby.
Vidicic spoke post-Chelsea about how he wants his side to be a little more dominant, especially in both boxes, and you can see why he's saying that. They've been on the end of a couple of narrow losses, fine margins. Liverpool pressing high here. Simon's under pressure, and it's a bit of an unforced error. And it goes for a Liverpool corner, first corner of the game.
Yeah, Denise O'Sullivan just applying pressure, just forcing her into a bit of a cul-de-sac, no way out, and it's a sloppy pass back. I don't believe, actually, Brighton and Hove Albion have conceded off a corner all season yet. Now, there is such a thing as a commentator's curse, so Vidicic won't thank me for mentioning that, but that's a terrific stat.
That was a stat I had written down as well, Neil. You've stolen that from me.
I read your notes before kickoff.
She's copying my homework. In it comes then. Met by Hayes, put back in by McLean. And Fran Kirby completes the clearance. Bernabei lifts it back in, and the header on from Olsen. Well claimed by Nadozi.
Yeah, she almost went down on it late, Nadozi. It's the best she probably could have done with this one. Beata Olsen is just trying to get a little glancing header on it. Brave from the defenders to drop off her. Seen how potent she is in front of goal of late.
Kirby can't quite control it. One back well by McLaughlin. Slid into the path of Rosa Kafaji. Still going here, Kafaji, and she gets the strike off, but never really caught it right. Comfortable for Falk.
Well, they're really knocking on the door, though, aren't they? There was a front six at one point for all Brighton, and all it's going to take is a little error like that. Out-muscled, brilliant ball through. Can't blame Kafaji at all for pulling the trigger, but just doesn't catch it.
It's given away. Mia Enderby now down on goal and couldn't keep the strike down. Very nearly. Liverpool taking the lead.
Oh, nobody will be more relieved than Ola Slagers to see this sail over the crossbar. It's pretty laboured. Just rises for Mia Enderby and she can't keep her head over it. That's their best chance yet.
Bernabei. Holland. Races onto it. Kerry Holland strikes, and Nadozi saves and keeps the ball in play as well.
Yeah, it's a good race down that left-hand side, actually. She usually, 9 times out of 10, will always win this one, but she's under a bit of pressure. I don't think it's actually an attempt on goal. You can see the little apology. She's trying to wrap her foot around it, but the defender does really well. But Nadozi has to be alert to it, and she is.
Here comes Brighton. Kafaji's made the run. They didn't pick her out. Kirby will play her instead. Here is the Swedish international. Skips past the defender, Rosa Kafaji. Blazes it over. Another chance for Kafaji, another chance not taken for Brighton.
And she's had a royal ticking off from Fran Kirby for this decision as well. She has been so sharp in these opening stages, and Bernabei is probably dying to get in at half-time. She could have been played through earlier, but the bit of skill was sublime. That shot, though, is wild.
Holland dinks it in. And it was Beata Olsen who got her head to it. Can't keep it down.
Well, based on the fact she scores 50% of her chances, they won't be looking forward to the next one she has. This, her real first one of the match, and with her record so far in the league, probably expected to test the goalkeeper.
Goes to McLaughlin again against Bernabei. Combines with Kirby. McLaughlin from range and couldn't quite pick out that top corner. I'm not sure if it was a cross or a shot. Either way, it's out of play.
Yeah, again, lovely switch over the top of Bernabei, who's not quite judged that ball all afternoon, be it against McLaughlin or Kafaji in the first half. Fran Kirby, I think, is demanding this one back there. think it is a cross in the end, but just not on the same wavelength as her teammates, and that pretty much sums up Brighton all day today.
I mentioned Brighton's tricky upcoming fixtures in the league. Well, Liverpool also have some big fixtures on the horizon. Everton away, so a Merseyside derby, and they've got West Ham at home in the relegation threatened side, and then City and Arsenal the final 2 games. Here comes Chillack though for Liverpool. Chillack, that's a brilliant challenge. Mpome stepped across, won the ball in the box. Crucial defensive action.
Oh, what a tackle that is. She has to make that, and she has to make it cleanly, or it's a penalty and probably a red card as well. Brilliant tackle.
In by Jelena Jankovic. Hayes wins the header. Venegas wins the second one off the crossbar and cleared by Liverpool. Still alive for Brighton. Back here, all across is a decent one. Breaks for Maisie Simons, whose shot is blocked. Still Brighton come, finishing strongly the Seagulls. Sonoda dinks it up.
Last-ditch defending. I think it was Gemma Bonner, took one right in the midriff. So it comes in Venegas, who, again, you don't want to be leaving her with a free header because she doesn't lose many of them. Not sure if Falk actually gets a little fingertip on this to take it onto the bar. She does. Could this be the last chance of the game? Comes off the top of Clark, then Falk gets a finger to it.
And that is poor from Brighton. Unforced error. Throw in taken quickly. Here's already Chillack, goes for goal, and it's misplaced by Ndozi, but she gets away with it. Liverpool very nearly snatching a victory.
Wow. Now that is the benefit to the multi-ball system, so it goes out of play, but they're quickest to it. Pick up a spare one, and it looks like it should be a routine save at a near post, which makes a right mess of it, Ndozi.
And now Liverpool with the chance to win it late. In it comes, at the back post, and it's off the line by Mpome. Back in by McLean. And there is the full-time whistle then. The points are shared here at the Broadfield Stadium. Two sides cancelling each other out. Full-time, Brighton 0, Liverpool 0.
Full credit to the girls, they played very well. We had probably again a little tail of that final pass where we were again had potential to, with Rosa in the first half for a tap-in goal, and there was a couple more, and Maylis is probably right at the end where she was in one-on-one and just unfortunately got overhit, and so it was just a tail of that, but yeah, really proud of their efforts today.
Those games are quite tight at the end. I think in the last 3 minutes of overtime, you know, Brighton had 2 corners. We had obviously an opportunity at the other end. It was that type of game today. It was very physical game. Both teams wanted to press, so therefore longer balls are going to be more evident. So it becomes like a physically challenging game. But I thought we were good in a sense of matching Brighton, who are a good team. So you know, for us it's important to take the point. If we can't win the game, we make sure we don't lose it.
Welcome back to the show as we continue to round up all the main talking points from the latest Barclays WSL weekend. 3 wins from 3 for Chelsea, 4 defeats in 5 for London City. 2 teams in contrasting form met at Millwall's The Den, which hosted the Lionesses for the first time. The Blues were looking to kick on from their League Cup final victory and to cement second spot in the table, having won the only previous WSL meeting between these sides by 2-0 at Stamford Bridge in November.
Hampton launches, but it's a dangerous enough ball to get Thompson away. No foul. Thompson, Beaver-Jones, tight angle, good save. Referee let play unfold, and it's a first real attacking moment of threat from Chelsea.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little bit more of that from teams these days. A longer pass forward from Hannah Hampton. Beaver-Jones makes a nice run, but it's a tight angle, and Lanari does well.
Do you think there'll be any part of these Chelsea players right now, Helen, that think they can catch City? You'd look at the fact there's 5 games remaining, they don't play them either. That makes it seem pretty unlikely.
I think they'll know that it's going to be a very difficult task, and they're relying heavily on Manchester City having an almighty collapse.
Well, they're in here. Martin Canarid jabs it into the net. An utterly ruthless finish when presented the chance. And Chelsea, to the delight of their travelling support in South East London, strike first.
Wonderful finish from Martin Canarid. She's not been consistently in the team of late, from the start of games at least, but I felt she started the season quite strongly for Chelsea, so I was surprised to see her come out of that side. But that's a fantastic run from out to in. It's a hopeful ball forward really from Buchanan. Aggie Beaver-Jones doing what good number 9s do and being that presence, flicking it on. All too easy for Chelsea. London City will be disappointed with how easy that was for them. I think only West Ham has kept fewer clean sheets than them in the WSL this season, and that will really hurt them.
Swiped by her compatriot Sangare. Well, Thompson's won it, and Beaver-Jones is in, and it's a really good stop from Letta. I did wonder if she was offside, but the flag stayed down, and that's a big chance for Chelsea.
Yeah, and Aggie Beaver-Jones personally probably could have done with that going in the back of the net.
Buchanan's lost out. Godfrey has it back! She's never afraid to shoot from range. This time on her right foot, Freya Godfrey threatening for London City.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of play from London City Lionesses. Godfrey giving a bit more of a physical presence perhaps in that number 9 position, and probably be a little bit disappointed that she didn't hit the target.
Trying to get in here, London City. Straight running to the byline. Off and just directed wide. A chance for Gascarino.
Yeah, she's got to take that first time, surely. An excellent run on the left from the substitute Corrales. Great pullback, just got to hit that first time. She gives an opportunity. I'm not quite sure who it was that blocked it in the end. It gives Chelsea that chance to recover.
Wilson whips it in, and will it fall? Yes, it will, but Hampton, goodness me, has pushed that onto the crossbar. Julia Rodar was one of those in the middle. What a chance.
That's a good save from Hannah Hampton. Reflexes were top there.
He's certainly got that physical presence in there as well. It's right in on Hampton, who pushes it. Linari, Aslani, off the line. Chelsea survive again. Looked like it was Erin Cuthbert back there to save Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have enough pace on it really to trouble Chelsea, but Erin Cuthbert was in the right place. You know, if she's not there, the chances are that does go in the back of the net.
Sonia Bompasta with some real squad management going on, given the Arsenal game in the Champions League in the week. Super pass, and they might be in here, London City. Oh, what a save from Hampton, but good win! They deserve that. And Izzy Goodwin from the bench has levelled the game for the hosts of the Den. A super counter-attacking move, and despite the heroics of Hannah Hampton, she couldn't keep the hosts at bay. 1-1.
That's a really good goal. That is exactly what London City Lionesses deserve. I was pointing there for Gascarino to find the ball, and that's where, you know, maybe having players playing out of position, you know, nothing against Erin Cuthbert, but she's not a right back. And that ball was into Corrales' feet. It's a decent strike. It's a really good save from Hannah Hampton. That's where she wants her defenders to help her out. But Izzy Goodwin doing what all good forwards do in there to finish it off.
And there is the full-time whistle. Well, some result is for London City Lionesses to hold the losing streak. But the championship points as it finishes London City Lionesses 1, Chelsea 1.
I am very proud of the team because I really think we play with that kind of soul, taking some risks in some moments as well. We need to recognize this. But yes, of course, I think we deserve that result because the performance of the second half was amazing.
We are frustrating about the results for sure. I think the first half was quite good. We created a lot, we controlled the game. Probably the second half we had the opportunity to score the second goal earlier on the second half, and yeah, we didn't. And after we got punished by some of the situation they created, so it's a bit frustrating. But my players gave them all, and I think yeah, in terms of mentality, I'm really proud of them.
With 5 losses on the spin, Leicester City have sunk to the bottom of the pile and are deep in potential relegation trouble. Aston Villa were lurching from one defeat to another themselves until their surprise draw and even more surprising clean sheet against Manchester City in matchday 17. So there was plenty to play for in terms of points and confidence at the Pirelli Stadium.
Rick Passmore, the Leicester City manager, I mean, a tough job for him coming in this season, trying to keep them in the Women's Super League, but difficult for him.
You can just see here Hannah Kane making that run from, just got absolutely flattened in behind there by Taylor. So it's free kick to Leicester in quite a good position, so hopefully they can make something of this.
So Sam Tierney, the captain, will take it. Tierney goes for the goal, it's just over. Confidence from her though.
It's worth a try, I think, from the outside of the box there, if get a shot on early.
Here they come again, Tierney, straight to the gloves of Roebuck, but a shot on target for Leicester.
Comfortable save in the end, but that shot on target might give Leicester a bit of momentum going into the latter stages of this first half.
Moritz trying to slip the ball through. Here is Hansen. Hansen's get the goalkeeper. It's hit the side netting. Can you believe it? What a brilliant, brilliant opportunity for Villa to find the lead in this game, and Hansen can't believe it. And it stays at 0-0.
Left wing's up.
Now Leicester City on the attack again. Kane down the right-hand side, gets a cross away. It's blocked initially as Moritz sends it out of play.
After what's been a quiet 36 minutes, the game's suddenly starting to spring into life, and Hannah Kane's dangerous down that right-hand side.
Finds Kane again, Lehmann!
What a goal from Alicia Lehmann, absolutely.
Lehmann against her former club, her first goal for Leicester City. And it's fantastic, just before the break. Leicester 1, Aston Villa 0.
Absolutely, what a great cross that was, and Alicia Lehmann just in the right place at the right time in that 6-yard box, and a great finish in the end. Leicester will be happy going into the lead here.
Well, there has been a change, as you can see here. Ebony Salmon on the ball, and it's Miri Taylor, who was on a yellow card, who's made her way off at the break, and Salmon immediately getting the better of her defender, and now here is Jean-Francois inside the box. Back with Salmon. Slight poor touch from her, but fresh legs for Aston Villa.
That was great skill down the right-hand side, a little touch round her defender there and got the ball into the box. Positive start from the sub.
Winning a corner early on too with Kirsty Hansen. Wilms, it's played into the near post, back in, and it's in! Anna Patton with an equaliser for Aston Villa, and it's come from another corner. Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 1.
In-swinger corner there to the front post, and it just snuck in that near post area. Here we go, that in-swinging corner and that front post area, and a little touch there. I think it was Anna Patton, just slid it underneath Janina Leitzig. Aston Villa will be absolutely over the moon with how they've started this second half.
Salmon finds a substitute again. Ebony Salmon. Nijswanga out to Hansen. Hansen with a shot and off and wide.
Kirsty Hansen with the shot, and that's a position that you'll want to find her in, Kirsty Hansen. She's lethal from the edge of the box with that left foot of hers.
Salmon back with her. It's 5-on-3. Nice cross in to find Grant. Can't get her strike on target though.
Salmon's been really bright down this right-hand side, hasn't she? She's started to create things for this Aston Villa side.
Another corner makes its way in with Jenna Nijswanga. Oh, just over by Patton. She's already scored one from a corner today, down low. This one looking to go into the roof of the net, just over though. Grant wins that. Away now, some room for Aston Villa to move. Here is Moritz. Nice through ball, looking for Salmon. And just away from her.
I think it was Swaby with a toe on it there, wasn't it? What an important touch on the ball that was, because she was through on goal there. What a through ball that is. And Ebony Salmon's so close to getting on the end of that.
Time off the ball, nothing on, keep here.
Here comes the cross in. And again, Roebuck is there from Hannah Kane.
Yeah, safe hands from Roebuck. Easy catch in the end for her.
Oh, and Villa now on the counter. Here is Hansen. Offside flag, stay down. Hansen through the legs of Leipzig. And finally, Kirsty Hansen has her goal. And that could be the winner for Aston Villa. Fantastic counterplay. Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 2.
What a fantastic run that was by Kirsty Hansen in behind. You can see it comes from Jean-Francois here, out to Ebony Salmon. And what a pass that is in behind. That is just unbelievable. And you just don't want Hansen in those positions, and she squeezes that ball just under Leipzig.
Mulby finds Salmon again down this left-hand side, looking to add another goal to their tally. Salmon! Leipzig, right place, right time.
Yeah, but that was a great move from Salmon, wasn't it? Just driving in there, cutting inside, sending the defender the wrong way and getting her shot off, but it was just two in the line of Leipzig and an easy save for her in the end.
Jean-Francois. And there it is. Aston Villa get the job done on the roads. After recent frustrations away from home, that's a big 3 points and a much-needed return to winning ways. Anna Patton scoring the equaliser for them early on in the second half. Fantastic backheel, but for Alicia Lehmann, who did so well against her former club, firing in the opener. But for Kirsty Hansen, running onto the loose ball, fantastic assist from Ebony Salmon to fire it through the legs of Leipzig. Clinical when it mattered. They capitalised on a Leicester side, still searching for consistency near the bottom of the table. It's finished Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 2.
I'm really proud. These are the type of games we need to win. These are the type of games we need to play, to grow, to show character. When it can be beautiful, amazing. When we are the underdogs, okay, we are enjoying that role. But when we need to show this ambition, I'm really proud of the 3 points today.
I think it's two areas. Really proud of the team, really proud of people on the bench that came off, and obviously the supporters backing us all the way up to the 98th, 99th minute. Just got to have that bit of luck, I think, because we're a little bit frustrated and disappointed again on the emotional side. In terms of the way and the will is there, the togetherness is there, the culture is there. We've just got to make sure technically we're making the right decision at the right time. The players are learning and developing all the time, and we know we're in a little bit of a fight down at the bottom. But I said to them before, you wouldn't want to be in any other changing room if that's what is the case. So keep the fans behind us, because the tide will turn.
So to the table, and Manchester City recover from last weekend's blip against Villa to close in on the title. Cross-city rivals United reclaim second spot ahead of the meeting of the two sides next match day. Arsenal's 2 games in hand could put them in the driving seat to claim a European place, while Leicester City continue to prop up the rest. So match week 18 has given us so much to digest. Match week 19 promises stories aplenty too. When we reconvene, the menu will include the Manchester derby from Old Trafford and the battle of the North London rivals Arsenal and Tottenham at the Emirates. Don't miss all of that. See you soon, and thanks for watching.